Now, our first look at the woman suspected of vandalizing D.C. landmarks. She's 58 years old and in custody right now. She's charged with splashing green paint inside the National Cathedral.
Law enforcement sources tell News 4 she's the same woman who defaced the Lincoln Memorial last Friday. And we were first to report on two other statues vandalized in the same manner.
Shomari Stone begins our team coverage now. He's at the 2nd District Police Station in Northwest. Shomari?
Good evening. We were standing right here when police drove suspect Jaya Maitian behind me from the Sally Port here at the district's 2nd substation here near Wisconsin Avenue. Now, just to reiterate what you guys were just talking about, a law enforcement source tonight tells News 4 that Jaya Maitian is the same, quote, person of interest seen on surveillance video at the Lincoln Memorial 4 days ago. Just 45 minutes ago, News 4 cameras captured 58-year-old Jaya Maitian being driven to jail. Detectives say she defaced property at the National Cathedral, splattering this green paint in the Children's Chapel, and may also be responsible for similar vandalisms at 3 other D.C. landmarks. Tourists are upset.
Because we thought we could go inside and look at the beauty of the church, but then vandalism happens.
Well, we're disappointed we came to see it tonight. We've been touring the Capitol, and we were disappointed we couldn't go in today.
Our News 4 camera also got video of a police officer walking in a white plastic evidence bag with what appears to be a can of green paint inside it. A restoration specialist carefully removed the wet green paint from a mural at the Children's Chapel this evening. Police say Tian walked in here shortly before 2 o'clock, splashed the paint, and also vandalized a sacred organ in the historic Bethlehem Chapel. The oldest section of the cathedral opened in 1912. Police closed the entire lower level, searched, and law enforcement sources tell us they found Tian in the Children's Chapel with wet green paint on her hands and clothes.
And the matter really has been resolved, and as I speak, our housekeeping crew is cleaning up the mess. It really was cosmetic, minimal damage, thankfully. It's still heartbreaking, particularly Children's Chapel is a much beloved chapel.
Beloved indeed. That cleanup will continue tomorrow. Now, Jaya Maitian is charged with defacing property at the National Cathedral. No charges have been filed in the other cases of vandalism across the city. Live here in Northwest D.C., I'm Shomari Stone, News 4.
Also new tonight, another statue in the district found splattered with that green paint. This one outside Luther Place Memorial Church near Logan Circle. News 4's Mark Segraves continues our team coverage with more on when this was discovered. Mark?
Well, that's right. That's the statue right behind me, and behind that, Luther Place Memorial Church. The church was hit twice by the paint vandal. First, the statue outside, and then a few days later, inside the church. And witnesses say the same woman who threw the paint inside the church matches the exact description of the woman arrested at the National Cathedral.
The Lincoln Memorial was the first monument sprayed with paint to make headlines, but it wasn't the first to be reported to police. Officials at the Luther Place Memorial Church near Thomas Circle tell News 4 they called police on Wednesday to report green paint on this statue of Martin Luther. Then, 4 days later, on Sunday, white paint was sprayed on the organ in the church and across the sanctuary. Witnesses say a woman matching the exact description of the suspect arrested at the cathedral was sitting in this pew after Sunday services. They left her alone in the sanctuary for less than 5 minutes, and when they returned, the vandal had struck and the woman was gone. The fourth location we know of is the statue of Joseph Henry outside the Smithsonian Castle on the National Mall. More green paint.
Now, police will try to determine if one person is in fact responsible for all 4 acts of vandalism. But one thing each place has in common is that the paint just can't be washed off. It will be a long and perhaps costly process of restoration experts to remove the paint, something that church officials here say they may not be able to afford. This is not only a church, it also serves as a homeless shelter for women. Reporting live in Northwest, Mark Segraves, News 4.